Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. On this video, I'm going to be driving through the town of Paulding, Ohio, which is going to be located in northwest Ohio. Now, Paulding, Ohio is, let me dig up my map here. I forgot to, on this video, I'm just gonna as I talk, I'm just gonna look up data. I thought that would be a little quicker for me. That way I can put out more videos and get other things that are really urgent for me to get done today. So that's how we're gonna do this video, and probably a few other videos that I do today. So Paulding, Ohio is 41 minutes. Paulding, Ohio is 41 minutes northeast of Fort Wayne, Indiana. And let's see, let's get back to my other screen here. Yeah, Paulding, Ohio is 41 minutes east of northeast. It is 41 minutes northeast of Fort Wayne, Indiana, and it has a population of 3,414 people, and it has been losing population at a rate of 12.5% as of the 2020 census. And the median home price here is only $89,000. So, at least on the surface, housing prices here do not appear to be that expensive. In a minute, I will be doing some deeper diving into what houses, if any, are actually available at this particular point for sale. So you know how I do. Now, the crime in this town is both the violent and the property crime in this town are real below average. So you're not going to have an issue with crime. And this appears to be one of those real small, close-knit towns. Oh, and by the way, I apologize for all the glare, but there is nothing I can do about it, so my apologies. And as far as it goes for the racial makeup, it is 84.1% white. It's only 1.1% black, 1.2% Asian, and 11.1% Hispanic, which is fairly decent for this region of the country. So that's your racial makeup for this small town. And if you're looking to rent and you don't want to purchase, you're looking at $506 to $1,000 a month for rent, which is not too bad if there's even anything available. Let me jump over here on realtor.com and see if there's anything for sale here in good old Paulding, Ohio. Alright folks, if you're wanting to live in Paulding, Ohio, which is only 41 minutes away from Fort Wayne, Indiana. You know, Fort Wayne, as I've told you several times on this channel, does have a fairly solid economy. So if you don't want to live in the city of Fort Wayne itself, and you don't mind living on the Ohio side of things, then there's currently a house for sale on North Cherry Street, located here in Paulding. They got it priced at $59,900, and it's got 8,712 square feet of land. Which honestly, for me, if I were to move somewhere else and I were to find something like that, honestly, I would probably grab it up. Although I prefer my lot sizes to be bigger, I would say for someone that might be on a budget when it comes to housing, I would say, I would say something like that might be a decent choice. And of course, my computer is acting a fool because it is not allowing me to look at this particular property. Already, this house has been on the market for 3 days. Let's see, great first-time home buyer or awesome investment property located on a quiet street to amenities. This 2-bedroom, 1-bath home is move-in ready. So, for those of you that are looking for something that you can turn the key, move in, don't have to tinker with a bunch of crap, this house could be for you. And chances are pretty good that somewhere on this video, somewhere on this video, I most likely may have driven by this property. Let's see. Let's look at some. Okay, it's not in a flood zone, so you're good on that. And your property taxes, sometimes on realtor.com the numbers are not always accurate. Sometimes the numbers could reflect what the person may have paid after all the homesteads and discounts. So I would say worst scenario, for 2021, the taxes were $490. So I would say worst scenario, take that $490, multiply it by 2. And I would say worst scenario, your property taxes per year will be a little under $1,000. Which in my opinion is not bad for property taxes. Property tax rates here in Ohio are a little higher than, of course, where I'm living currently, which is in Alabama. But, I would say that the tax rates are not bad at all. $490, $1,000 at the worst per year. The house appears to be solid. The house has had some updates. It's moving ready. So it's within 41 minutes of Fort Wayne. So what more can you ask for? The good part about this area is it's closer to Fort Wayne than it is to Toledo. So what more can you ask for? What else do they got? Now, a lot of the houses that they have for, let's see. Well, this market appears to be rather competitive because there's a lot of houses that they got listed that already have contracts on them. They got another house for $105,000. It's 1,746 square feet. Now the lot size on that house is smaller. It's only 5,663 square feet. So I guess if you don't mind having a house that's got a slightly smaller lot, there's another house for $105. It does not list the address, however, so we're going to keep on going. There's another house for 113. It's a brick house. It's a 2-story brick, 8,712 square feet of land. It's got a wraparound porch. It's located on South William Street. So, you know, you can go and check out that house if you desire. 113,900, which in this day and age, that's not a bad price for a house, especially a house out here in the country. Then there's another house for 119,000, located right off of, is located on Road 87 here in Paulding. It comes with a half acre of land, and the square footage of the house is 1,056, and it also comes with a 2-car garage. It's a nice single-story white house, so you can go on here and look it up for yourself if you want to live around this, if you want to live here in this town. So I would say housing prices here are very reasonable. I mean, compared to other parts of the country. I mean, even when I drove through Kentucky, in order to find, even when I drove through Kentucky, I was unable to find anything like what I've mentioned so far here in Paulding for this price. I mean, you know, like for an example, I drove through Radcliffe and Vine Grove, Kentucky, which are close to Louisville, and if I even came across anything for $120,000, the house would most likely be maybe 800 square feet. Your lot size would be not much bigger than 7,000 square feet. So houses in this part of Ohio are definitely going to be significantly cheaper compared to most of Kentucky even. I mean, granted, you're not going to have the nice rolling hills. Granted, the weather here is going to be a little colder, but if you're looking for a decent place that's quiet, that's safe, that's affordable, and at the same time that's not too far away from larger cities like Fort Wayne, then this could be your place. Now I'm gonna do one more thing here. If I'm able to successfully pull this piece of data up, there's like something I want to read about this town to you people. Oh, okay. Well, for those of you that might want to work in Toledo, or you got family that are in the Toledo area, Paulding, Ohio is only 64 miles from Toledo. So basically, you're kind of sort of smack dab in the middle of Fort Wayne and Toledo, two larger cities. But take my word, be glad that you're a little closer to Fort Wayne than you are to Toledo. Take my word. Let's see here. Now, as far as it goes for a little bit of history, I mean, although there used to be more industry in this town than there are today, like I said, if you're looking for work, you can still find work in Fort Wayne or in Toledo. But basically, I'm gonna kind of read off of Wikipedia here a little bit. I mean, okay, Paulding is largely a Belgian community. Okay, we already know that. At one point, Paulding had a factory processing sugar from beets and another processing ketchup from tomatoes. But both factories have ceased production and neighboring farms no longer produce those crops. At one point, Paulding boasted of 3 local elevators: Equality Exchange, Paulding Grain and Seed, and the Farm Bureau. But the loss of the rail service, most grain is trucked elsewhere. Paulding was once home to Betty Zane Popcorn, but that disappeared in the early 20th century. Many manufacturing facilities have came in rent, producing such products as glass mailboxes, ink rails, and brake lining. A number of small factories exist, but the large single employer in the village is the government, with Paulding exempted village schools being the large organization. Many residents commute to industrial jobs, often in neighboring counties. And I'm pretty sure many of you have already knew that. It's common sense, kind of. See if there's anything else I'm just looking for some more information that might be of some level of interest. Okay, that's all I can find. And honestly, as far as my 2 cents about this community, I mean, now me personally, I probably wouldn't live here. Not because it's a bad place to live, but I'm more of a, honestly, if I did look for a place to live, I would desire to be a little further south. Like, maybe closer to, like maybe in a smaller community closer to Indianapolis. If I were to move, and I were to move back into the Midwest, I would probably look for something a little closer in Indianapolis. Now I know a lot of you are probably thinking, okay, well, Indianapolis gets cold and they get snow. And yes, they do. Very true. But this part of the Midwest, although it may only be a couple of hours away compared to mid-Indiana, this area is going to get an average of 10 more inches of snow per year than mid-Indiana. And temperature-wise, they get colder around here than they get in Indianapolis too. So temperature-wise, you could be looking at an upwards of a 10-degree temperature difference around this area, like 10 degrees colder and 10 inches a year or so more of snow. Now, I'm petty as hell, and since I'm petty as hell, I'm not trying to deal with any more snow or cold weather than what is absolutely necessary. And in fact, I'm so freaking petty that even when it comes to the days of sunlight per year, like this part of Ohio tends to get, I'm gonna say, 5 to 10 days less of sunlight per year compared to many of your cities that are a little closer into mid-Indiana. But aside from all those factors, if climate doesn't really matter to you, if you don't mind, cooler, if you don't mind some colder weather, and you don't mind a little bit of snow, and you desire to be not too far from larger cities such as Fort Wayne, and I guess you can include Toledo, then I would say this would be a decent community to live. I mean, as you guys can see, it's small, it's quiet, it's slow pace. Housing prices are extremely affordable. However, the housing market here does appear to be a bit competitive. So if you're looking to move here, if you're watching this video and you're thinking, you know what, I can live there, then you're gonna want to hurry up and jump on realtor.com, look at some houses here, and get with a real estate agent and do what you gotta do. Obviously, as always, if you're buying a house, I don't care where it's at, I don't care what price, always hire a home inspector and make sure that that home inspector knows what the hell they're doing. And they're going to be honest about their findings with you. And never go through your realtor for a home inspector. Get your own. Don't be lazy. Do your own shopping around. Alright folks, that's going to do it for my commentary. So I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of the video. I hope you got something out of my commentary. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider doing that because I will be putting out a lot more videos. And I would also appreciate if you help with the channel. All you gotta do is give me thumbs up and interact in the comment section. Alright folks, you all have a blessed one. I'll see you on the next one.